On this trip around the county, we take an inside look at new beginnings for the Noblesville football team and a family who spend most of their time together in a garage. All this and more on this trip around the county.
Welcome to Around the County. I'm Aiden Colbart.
And I'm Erin McMahon. On Around the County, we take you to places you may have never been and introduce you to people you may not know.
The revving of engines, the grease on the floors, the changing of tires. This isn't any ordinary garage. It's the garage of the Williams family, a local household who not only lives together, they race together. Join producers Lucy Myers and Drake Lockwood for an inside look at this speedy family and their lives both on and off the track.
If you're a student and you're bored, why spend your weekends scrolling on Instagram when you could spend them in the garage? Or better yet, the racetrack. Since she was an 8-year-old kid, NHS sophomore Isla Williams has turned her attention to the track, racing alongside family, literally.
I race cars. I used to race quarter midgets, and now I race micro sprints.
But she's not the only one in her family who sits behind the wheel. Her brother and dad both are part of the Williams race team.
My grandpa races, or he used to race go-karts, and then my dad kind of just put me and my brother in.
My dad grew up racing go-karts when he was younger, and then that kind of skipped us. But I knew when I had kids, I wanted to give them the chance to race. And so we learned about the quarter midgets when we lived out in California, and it wasn't too far from our house, and so we decided to go and check it out and just see, hey, is this something we want to do? And we kind of took a leap of faith of like, hey, let's try it.
Well, one of my teachers when I lived in California, I told like my parents that my teacher knew that I really liked cars, so they recommended for us to like go to some like track, and we saw like there was like quarter midgets there, and we just like, my dad asked if I wanted to race them, and I said yeah, and then that's how me and my sister started racing.
This family all says the activity leads to some friendly competition, but that's not all it does. Racing also creates a greater familial bond.
I really like it. My brother, he kind of like pushed me a little because I wanted to beat him, but I also like having him there.
Sometimes we'll be like, well, I was the better race car driver, and like we'll go back and forth about what we did to see who's actually better.
At the end of the race, after the checkered flags and cheering crowds, the family will still have each other's backs.
So Isla won this year in a micro sprint, and she raced a good race. Brady was in the same race. Brady didn't realize that Isla won. Someone told Brady like, hey, your sister won. And then, because they drive their cars back to the trailer, he jumped out of the car and he ran down into the winner's circle in just sheer happiness for his sister, right? And so like, it wasn't about him. He wasn't pissed that his sister won and he didn't win. He was genuinely happy for her.
Once the car is back in the garage and the racing suit is in the wash, this family's work is just beginning, forming bonds and developing skills, both on the track and at the dinner table.
Almost every weekend from early spring to late fall, like we've been together as a family, because we're always at a racetrack somewhere. And like, I don't know a whole lot of other families that can say, hey, I've spent every single weekend, every spring, summer, and fall weekend together with my family and kids for 6 years straight. That's a pretty cool memory that I'll take with me for a while.
When a football team doesn't keep a head coach for longer than 8 years, it becomes a struggle to maintain consistency. But the Noblesville program hopes to change that trend. Follow along with producers Jacob Tracy and Tyler Varvel as they break down exactly how the new NHS coach plans to rebuild the program.
Noblesville High School football has faced adversity in the last few decades. They haven't enjoyed a winning record since 2001, haven't made state finals since 1979, and haven't won a sectional game since 2012. But why is that? What can the program change? What can stay the same? Well, this year for starters, the team has a new head coach. He comes from a state championship program at Carmel, and he says it all starts with a new approach.
Well, I think in order to put yourself in a position to create change, you've got to have a vision. And yeah, you know, we want to play football with passion. We want to show this community how hard we've worked and how much we've put into this, and that our teammates are important to us.
In order to change something, sometimes you have to change how that thing is delivered. Wide receiver and safety Ty Holmes remembers seeing an old coach on a new sideline.
I mean, like North Central, when we scrimmaged them, we saw Coach Jasper, which was my defensive coach from last year, and it was good seeing him. But, I mean, sometimes you got to get rid of it all and bring him in to fix the program.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing about it is everything is new. And, you know, we really can't rest on anything. You know, we're new as a staff. We have some new players. We have, you know, just a new outlook on everything. So if it was done before, we probably turned it upside down and changed it.
This year's team has overcome many obstacles during this change, and one of the biggest is a drop in attendance. Outside linebacker Prezolati Pupo sees it as one of the hardest challenges.
There can be a poison if they were to stay on the team, so they would have a negative mindset, and that would poison those who were 100% bought in. It could make them less and less and less week by week, so it's a good thing for them to leave.
We push out the people that haven't really been dedicated and try to keep it more of like a lower number amount of people that are willing to take risks on the change.
And I see that as like an advantage for us as well. So we're able to work full 100% ready to work every single day.
I mean, some of those guys have other sports they play, so I kind of went with it. They were like, okay, if I quit this, then we can focus on this sport. But some of those guys messed around a lot, and I think it's a good thing that we got those guys out because they can distract the rest of the team from playing.
Players say one of the most important things in any locker room is communication, and the Millers have elected leaders to keep the lines open between players and coaches.
Communication's good. We started a leadership council with voted by the team, and we're doing meetings with the coaches so we can communicate between the coaches and the players.
We have been part of a leadership group in the football team, so we have had to switch up our mentality of just winning and not caring about each other to more of like a family.
Hebert has not just made changes on the field. Watching the players' performance both on and off the field, he's seen the team that has become less of an organization that's based on individual success and more of a group that's based off the team's success as a whole.
Well, with the introduction of Coach Hebert, we've gotten like more of a family on and off the field. So with him coming in, it was like a whole program change while we were like on the field, but like off the field wise, he had us more focused on being proper students, being on time, even early sometimes, taking your education seriously. So we're like changing and being more of a family as well, and like, yeah, being more teammates.
We were kind of more like individuals on each other, like we were as one. And since we've had the new coach come in, he's been wanting everything more as a team than just an individual.
As a team evolves, players and coaches alike learn what to prioritize. At NHS, as the change in coaches has taken effect, this alteration in the team's coaching office has caused a shift of priorities as well.
Well, I feel like priority-wise, last year we were like, win. Last year it was just you just gotta go win every single week. Just go win, just go win, just go win. But now we're like, Coach Hebert's main thing is we focus on us. If we don't do us right, he thinks winning is a prize or like after you've done what you're supposed to do. So focus on your job, focus on yourself, focus on us as a team, and if we win, we win. If we lose, so be it.
Through it all, Heber would like nothing more than for his team to take away one thing. The Millers must look every week for a chance to get just 1% better.
I intend for our guys to show through their effort and their energy and their excitement for opportunities that we're bought into this idea that every day we're gonna fight to improve, and a growth mindset, and positive outlook, and just a relentless spirit, relentless effort in pursuit of our goals.
That's all for this episode of Around the County. I'm Aiden Colbart.
And I'm Erin McMahon. Join us next time for another trip
Around the County.